All right. I'll look it up after. Where do I start? Okay. So, we were in Wegmans with a normal shopping experience. I was grabbing some things with my mom, and my son was with me, and this has never happened to me, so I'm kind of like still shaking a little bit. But we went to check out, and there's a worker that's always standing by the cash register. And so what happened was that worker went somewhere, and this other girl, she came over, and she was storming over to us like she was profiling us, and like she was about to say something. So my mom, she says, "We're checking out." That's all she said. So the girl proceeds to, which I call a girl because she wasn't a woman, she proceeds to say, what did she say to you? She said, "That's not what I'm over here for."
Right, yeah.
So she says this like, "That's not what I'm over here for." So she starts barking at my mom, and I'm like, hold on, you're not. I was like, wait a minute. In my head, I'm like, you're not going to do that. Sit back. So, I got in her face because she was making a scene. She like kind of yelled at my mom. So I said, "Hey, we get it. My mom's not from here. She doesn't know the structure of Wegmans. She doesn't know that a person's supposed to stand here. Please ignore her." And she tells me that I'm over the barricade and that I need to go over there and I need to get out of her face. Now, I'm at this point a lower level voice. I'm not screaming. I'm not nothing. So as I'm saying this, she says, "I'm going to call security if you don't get out of my face." Now, I'm trying to de-escalate the situation. There's families around, there's people around, and she's like screaming. Mind you, we don't know this girl. We didn't have no interaction with this girl the whole time we was in the store. So she says, "I'm calling security. I'm calling security." And so she's waving her hands, and she's trying to get a worker to be on her side. And everybody's looking at her like, what happened? So I'm like, call security, because I'm going to tell them myself how rude you have been to us. So she calls security. Everybody's confused. She's like, "You need to stay over there." Like I'm a dog or something. Now I have a whole shirt on with Jesus and everything else. I have my child with me. She's embarrassing us like we're scum. So the security guard comes, and he's trying to justify for her that she's always on edge. Should you be working at a job with people when you're always on edge? No. But I was really nice to the girl. I've transformed my life. So instead of having an attitude, I really was trying to be nice to the girl, and she still called security. It was a whole scene. She tried to tell the security that we were problematic. For one, I don't like when people write me off as problematic and they don't even know me. So she's telling the security we caused a scene, all this stuff. And I said, no, that's not what happened. You're not going to corner this security guard and get them on your side when we already been stared at the whole time we were shopping at this Wegmans. So people are following us. We're at they're looking at us. And so what happened was the security guard was trying to justify that she's always on edge. Ignore her. No, we're not going to ignore her. Because I said, what you don't understand is you just embarrassed me in front of my son. We're black people, okay? So we have there's a stigma that we're always stealing or that we're always doing something funky. And I was like, that's not the case here. We're about to check out our food, our hard-earned money, and y'all are calling security on us. And yes, I'm still in the parking lot, because I'm going to email corporate and tell them how they treated us after that incident. Everybody was staring at us. It was just embarrassing. And I'm like, wow, I never had an incident like this. So it doesn't matter if you have good character, you walk with integrity, they're still gonna treat you like anything. And so I wouldn't really suggest shopping at Wegmans at all. I don't know how your Wegmans is, but that was embarrassing. That was real embarrassing. And it's not that I try to go out and act like I'm invincible and nothing can happen, but that was uncalled for. So what happened after the incident, the girl was still talking about us to another worker, pointing at us. We're sitting in the eating section. I go up to her. I said, "Are you still upset?" And she tried to cause a scene again. And she's like, "You need to stand over there. I'm not, we're not doing this." I said, "Ma'am, I'm sorry. I apologize if we made your day, worse, or we upset you. I apologize to the girl. I said, I love you. I forgive you for embarrassing me." She was like, "I'm going to call security again if you don't get out of my face." Embarrassing. Embarrassing. And I said, "My mom is visiting from out of town." She said, "I don't care where your mom is from." And I was just like, how do you treat somebody like that? So I'm going to call corporate. It was super, like, it turned our day. We wasn't coming to Wegmans to cause a problem, but unfortunately they thought we were. So they watched us walk out. The manager was looking at us. Workers were looking at us. Even people eating was looking at us as if we was like the plague. And all my mom said is that we were checking out. So imagine having your child experience that. I'm trying to raise him to understand how to treat people, and then this is what happened. I'm a citizen of this area, and they treated me like scum. And I've heard situations happening with Wegmans anyway in this area, but I wasn't involved, so I didn't really know what was happening. But now I'm like, there's no point in shopping here. So I'm just telling y'all, it doesn't matter if you come into these establishments with respect, order, integrity, character, your money. Some of them is still going to treat you like crap. So yeah, it was a huge scene, and I'm going to call corporate, and I'm going to get a $500 gift card, and I'm going to give it away to somebody else that needs it. Because this was quite disrespectful. Anything you gotta say?
No. No, I said enough.
I mean, just totally disrespected my mom like she wasn't almost 70. You're yelling in front of my child, talking about get over there, do this, you're not this, I don't care. It's the holiday season, y'all. So make sure you continue to love people, but you don't have to put up with that. I didn't have to put up with that. That was very disrespectful. And she stormed off and told the whole store what happened. Like as if she was a victim. If you're at work and you work with people, you shouldn't even be coming to work with a problem. You shouldn't even have an attitude. It's the holiday season. So you're encountering thousands of people throughout the day. If you wanted to come over there and ask a question or say, do you have anything in your pocket? All you had to do was articulate that. I couldn't even communicate with the girl because she was like, security. So y'all can watch the replay, but I'm very shooken up. I'm going to try to calm down. But we spent over $100 in this store, and for them to treat us like that and look at us when we were walking out as if we stole the whole store is very disrespectful. And this establishment will shut down because of how they treated God's people. How do you do that? So yeah, Johnson City, if y'all want to report to Johnson City, New York, Wegmans is one of the first Wegmans, which is mind-blowing. Oh, my dead. But it's one of the first Wegmans that was ever made, and what they did just now was a profiling. It was a lack of communication. It was a bunch of things that took place that shouldn't have went down like that. So y'all can watch the replay. I'm gonna pull out of this parking lot because I don't want no other problem. So have a good blessed day.